dark and light, day and night. No one knows what the future will bring. All or nothing. Gotta mean something when you're misunderstood. Gotta mean something when you're up to no good. Misunderstood, this firewood keeps me sane. Like the teeth around my neck on my gold chain. Misunderstood, I'm no victim, no Robin Hood. Hang them teeth around my neck on my gold chain. My ghosts and my dreams gonna rescue me. Like the teeth around my neck on my gold chain. Ooh, I'm gonna try to wear my high heels.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to our Wednesday Paracrew Podcast. How are we all doing? What are you doing, first of all?
Lurking.
Oh, okay.
What about
Fair
you?
Just got done watching that wonderful commercial of yours.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, you like it?
I have questions.
Don't we all?
Hi, Squeaks.
Hello.
Up close and personal tonight, Squeaks?
Yes, I am today. Sorry, guys. My shoulders hurt. I'm just kind of chilling out.
It's all good. It's all good.
I can't see comments, so
Well, I
if
can.
they come up, I'll wave.
I can. What's up, David? How you doing tonight, brother? And then there's Joe. What's up, Joe? How you doing tonight, man?
Hey,
How
Joe.
are you doing?
Hey, guys.
So this is actually a first for us, guys. Not only, well, we have two firsts, actually. It's the first time chatting with these guests. One's on the other one's on the way. But it's also the first time we're just YouTube only. Just YouTube only. This is awesome. So sorry, Facebook, but I'm not getting into it.
Yeah.
Not tonight, Facebook. No.
Copyright this. But but anyway, guys, so our guest tonight, guests, I met a couple of months ago, and I've been watching their show on and off, and they're definitely fitted for us. They Yeah. I think they take some of our insanity to a whole nother level, but they're a lot of fun. They're a lot of fun. We have two. One's on her way. There she is. What's up, Irene? Irene, this face may look very familiar to you. So without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, as you saw in the intro, which by the way is staying, I'm keeping that. Ladies and gentlemen, from the Petri dish and a whole bunch of other places, Howard.
Hey, how's that going, guys?
How are you
Doing
doing
good,
tonight?
Howard.
I'm doing great. I just slept all day long, so I'm feeling awesome. I'm feeling frisky.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
Irene, there you are.
That's Irene Takora. Yeah, she's going to be on the show, I think, Friday. I think she's going on Friday.
And let's see. There she's saying hi to you. And our boy David saying hello. Yeah, I was gonna say, Irene. I mean, that's all you. I mean, so Howard. First of all, like we always like to do with all of our guests, tell a little bit about yourself. Who are you? What are you up to? All that good stuff.
Okay. Of course, my name's Howard. I'm co-owner of Paralinks Productions. We're a big production company. We stream throughout the world. We're building up our network now to where we're including more shows and stuff like that. We also going to be bringing back some things that we had in the past that we were really excited about. And that's with the Paralinks network. There's Paralinks 1, 2, and Paralinks Plus on that. So there she is. There's my baby.
Hi, Chrissy.
And now the show can begin. Hello, Chrissy.
I am sorry. I kind of got delayed, but man,
Sex. That's what she's trying to
no,
say.
listen, my sex was 45 minutes ago. My computer was doing a dang update, and then when it was open in StreamYard, it had this little bitty box. Like I couldn't even see my picture, and I'm like, oh my God. So I had to restart the computer all over again. So sex is not the fault, Howard.
You're like a fine thoroughbred. You have to cool down your thoroughbreds after a race. And that's what she was doing. She had to get brushed down and cooled off, massaged it, and yeah, that's what happens with
Really?
Chrissy.
Really? You calling me a thoroughbred?
I'm just here listening.
Giddy up.
All right. So, Howard, you were saying about Paralinks?
Yeah, we're actually next year we're going to be doing there she is. Yep, there he is. That is the man himself.
That's Steven.
That is
What's up,
Steven. We're going to be doing a Fear Fest in New Orleans in 2023. We're looking around the October date. This is the first of it's ever been done before in New Orleans. Anyway, we've done some Fear Fest before, but this is going to be the first time anything's been done like this in the New Orleans area. So this ought to be something really special, something I think that will bring a lot of people in. Just to see the city for what it's worth. I mean, the place is phenomenal with paranormal activity. So with that, and then about myself, I have 3 podcast shows and produce a 4th one. The 3 are the Paranormal Swamp Talk, Petri Dish, and the Unholy Trinity, which Miss Chrissy's on 3 of those. And the one I produce is Hey Boo, which is a podcast for women by women. So they just come on in and they tell you how they steal their man's wallets and buy paranormal equipment and stuff like that. No, it's a really good show, though. It's really great.
You can name it Money in the Bank.
Yeah, I mean, how they going to make their husbands so they can investigate them in the afterlife because they're not going to live much longer. Things of that nature. No, but it's really a great show. And I can't say I'm really proud of that show and what the women are doing in there. Matter of fact, they just had the Ghost Sisters. I mean, it's it's a phenomenal group of women that does that shit. But yeah, all my shows that I'm on are NC-17 rated. So yes, there is profanity. Yes, there is some nudity.
Wait, there's nudity?
I haven't been on that one. I haven't been on that one yet.
Yeah, and there's
You hear Jason in the background. He's saying, "Man, titties."
Got him.
no,
Got
we've had actual other ones in here too.
Yeah, there's been women titties too.
Yeah. Especially 2 weeks right before I got married. I've seen so many freaking titties. I was like, in my entire life. Well, it's like being at Mardi Gras. I mean,
Well,
it was like
Well, I will say, Howard, I've seen all of y'all's shows, the Unholy Trinity, Petri Dish, all of them, and I love them. You guys are freaking awesome. You guys actually, I don't know if she's in here yet, but there is a young lady who is one of our sisters. Her name's Emmy. She runs a show, a group, if you will, a channel, PDX Paranormal. You guys would love her. Her and her community are just as insane. And I'll put it to you this way. The first time I actually saw her, it was like 30 seconds in. I was dying of laughter. And I was like, yep, subscribe, done. Yep. And then I was like, I got to network with her. And you guys would love her. So Emmy.
Yeah, please, Emmy, hit me up.
Hit her up. You guys would love her, Emmy. You really would, because Emmy's awesome, and it's always her birthday. It's every day, right, guys? Yeah, every day is Emmy's birthday. So
she's like 3,000 years old.
Nothing wrong with that.
I don't know what she is. So, Chrissy, we heard about Howard. What about you? Give us a little backstory about who you are.
Who I am? Well, I'm in Indiana. I'm a paranormal investigator. I
like that. I like that.
Jason in the background. I like long walks on the beach.
By the way, Jason's coming out with his own show. It's called Paranormal Penis.
I'm gonna be his first guest.
Paranormal Pecker, got it. Now, my question is though, if you go in, if you have a paranormal penis, is it like a dowsing rod?
It'll be a pro.
Oh.
Oh, he's willing to role play. It's all good.
Not for the faint-hearted, guys.
No, it's not. I hope your show's NC-17, Matt.
Oh,
Not yet, but it's looking that way.
will be soon.
Let's see. I got to borrow Creepy Cryptids banner real quick. Hold on.
No, but
Snowflakes.
no, I've been an investigator. I've been actually investigating for, oh gosh, 5 or 6 years now. I've seen things and heard things, felt things basically my entire life. So my connection to the paranormal didn't start when I became an investigator. It's been there nearly forever. I absolutely love the people that I have met in the field. I love having fun. I can be serious, but not always. If I have to be, I can be. But I mean, laughing's good for the soul. Don't listen to Howard. He's sitting there shaking his head no. Now it's X-rated. Listen, there's no titties. You ain't seen nothing yet, so you can't call it X-rated just because we said penis. That's a medical term.
There it is.
I just love her now. I just met her and I love her for saying that.
And Squeakers lurk. This is why I wanted this invite to happen.
Yeah. We kind of knew this was going to happen. We just roll with it.
Squeakers and Chrissy almost look like they could be sisters.
Oh my God.
Look at them.
Hold on.
Shots fired.
Oh Lord. I can't.
Chrissy's
You
like,
can almost blind both of them with dental floss. Look at them. They laughing so hard.
damn.
the hell up, Howard?
Savage.
Look it up.
Savage.
Oh.
Oh my god.
Oh man.
I did yell at Steven because he was being combative. You cannot be my guest and be combative. I'm gonna yell at you. I'm just saying.
Steven is the owner of Paralink. He is the official big boss. Call him boss man. He is the big boss. And of course, you got his wife. It's an Omega Supreme Almighty boss lady. That's
She's on my side. She lets me
You know.
know, Steven. Look, he's laughing so hard he had to go off camera.
Squeakers is like, nope, I'm gone. Oh no, there
Oh
she is.
my god, I'm switching to my laptop.
Oh Lord.
Wait a minute. Joe, no.
Who's Joe?
Anyway, so out of curiosity, how long have you guys been in the paranormal field as a whole? Like, how long have you? Obviously, you guys investigate. So, how long have you been doing that for?
Go ahead, Howard.
I've been investigating for 30 plus years. Because there was a time where I got out of it for a little bit, but if you count the time when I was with MUFON, and then it's close to it's over 30, well over 30 years.
Okay.
I mean, myself, I am an investigator. I'm a ordained minister and a pastor, and I'm also a demonologist.
Very nice. Very nice. Chrissy, what about you?
Well, technically speaking, like as a team with a team, like I said, 5 to 6 years, but I've had paranormal experiences and connections basically my whole life.
So then what made you, since you've had it, experiences your whole life, what was the defining moment that was like, okay, no, now I'm going to start working with the team?
There really wasn't an actual paranormal defining moment that was the crossover for me. It was one of my team members was a very, very, very good friend. And he kept saying, Chrissy, you're gifted. Why don't you come investigate with me? And I kept saying, no, I'm not going to do that. And he just kept saying, just try it. Just try it. So I did, and I loved it. And I've been doing it ever since. And I'm actually on his team. So
very nice. Very nice. So Howard, you've got a little bit of a resume on you. Ordained minister and demonologist. What? Because I'm ordained myself. What made you want to go into the demonologist?
You take the good with the bad. That's life. I mean, that's the way I see it. But no, I've experienced some things that were evil and couldn't explain it. So I got involved with that and started studying. And matter of fact, my mentor is Carl Johnson. Matter of fact, I was just watching Carl on TV. Sucker was on TV. It was a haunting, a show called Haunting, and he was called Demons, and he was they were doing him one of his cases. But Carl's been in the field for 40 plus years, and he's done everything you could possibly want to do in the demonology world, and I admire him for that. And he's so well knowledged, and that's, I mean, the man is phenomenal. And that's all I had to say about him. But I mean, me, I don't know. It's just like I said, I had some experiences that I couldn't quite explain, and some of them that were just pure evil. And I just wanted to see what it was about. And then I got hooked. I wanted to learn more and more and more. And I started reading and studying. And like I said, you have to learn light with the dark. Yep. So you just study all dark, then that's what you'll become. Because you have to have some kind of light to direct your life and pull you out of that darkness. Because it will suck you in. Mm-hmm.
Well, speaking of the darkness, our boy Lurker over here calls himself an unconventional investigator, and let Lurker take over to explain what that means. But what, for you guys, what kind of individuality do you bring to the field? Like when you're out investigating, what kind of, what's something different about you?
Chrissy brings sex toys.
I knew that was coming.
I have brought
that
tapes.
idea.
I have brought handcuffs. I have brought whips. I have brought negligees. And you actually get interaction when you bring stuff like that.
Especially when you bring it to that.
Listen, I sell pure romance. So, I mean, just.
Especially when she brings a tube of booty ease along. That's it. You know, she's about ready to go down.
Listen,
Where is it? Where is it? I'll play the commercial later. There it is. So, Lurker, go ahead and let you explain all that.
Okay, what I mean as an unconventional paranormal investigator is, it's not like a traditional investigator where they use like voice recorders, spirit boxes, and dowsing rods. Typical stuff that paranormal like flashlights. I use devices that are not normally meant to be used in a paranormal investigation setting. So, I'll give you an example. One, I used a light meter. What a light meter is, it measures the amount of light that photographers or filmographers need to, adjust the lighting for like models and commercials and shoots and stuff. Because, sometimes we get like light anomalies in the paranormal field. So that's one unconventional tool,
Sure.
Those are just an example,
Lurker, it's the comment, just to let you know, brother.
That's not you, brother.
No, I got you.
Now, I've always said that the best investigation tool that you can ever bring, and a lot of people agree with me, and a lot of people have said this, is yourself.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
That is the best tool you can ever bring. Yeah.
Well,
what you bring into the field is awesome.
Well, Lurker, brother, I'm gonna steal one of your ideas because I think it's freaking awesome, and you know which one I'm talking about because I'm always bragging about this. Lurker is working on a device to think of it like an electronic Ouija board in a sense. Now, what it's basically is think of like a computer. I guess would be the closest similarity to it, brother. Like a laptop or computer. It basically is going to be the spirits a keyboard to use so they can type out a message. So that's what he's working on right now, something along those lines. It's not exactly that, but
That's pretty interesting. I'd like to see it.
Kind of like an electronic spiritual board.
Yeah.
It's going to be like touch integrated,
Yeah.
But
And
it'll have
it-
the letters pop up
and
to spell out.
What's that, Squeaks?
since we're saying it over the air, these things are already patented.
Well, it's not the exact idea. We haven't. So trust me, him and I have chatted about this.
I wouldn't
There's
say
a lot
that
more-
until you get it done first and patent.
There's a lot more ideas that are still in my head that I have written down, and there's so many devices that are sitting in my big old box right now that I haven't got to do yet because I've been podcasting and helping everybody else.
But
So
a
I
lot of what Lurker's trying to do is get the human error out of some of these pieces of equipment. Like that way people don't say, "Oh, well, it's this, it's that." No. This is exactly what it is. So, but there was something I was going to ask, but I got something shiny came up.
Is that going to be app based or just device based?
Device based.
Gotcha.
It's going to have some programming.
Okay.
But wait, what?
I think
Oh,
that was
stop it.
Chrissy.
Stop it, Irene. So I know you guys are restricted on time, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna take a quick commercial break, and then when we come back, I want to chat with you guys about your shows. We'll talk about the shows, where we can find them, some memorable moments, because we all have those. We all have our memorable moments, don't we, guys?
Yes. We got screenshots and everything.
Oh yeah. So if
we
you guys
need to-
haven't already during the commercial break, don't go anywhere, but go and at least bookmark all of Howard and Chrissy's links. They are in the description. Give them all a subscribe, like, all that good stuff. Give them a follow, because I'm telling you, it's definitely worth it. So we'll be right back after this quick commercial. pushing buttons again?
I didn't do anything.
Someone's pushing buttons.
My hands are clean.
Squeakers.
Hi.
You pushing buttons.
I might have it. I don't know. I don't think I was. I was away from mine.
Well, we were supposed to play a Unity Day video. Oh, well, we'll wait for the end. Somebody's pushing buttons. Anyway, that's all right.
Who's to say you're not pushing buttons? Who's to say you're
I
not
was
pushing
trying to
buttons?
push a button. I tried to push a button. Somebody
You
pushed it.
pushed the wrong button, and you're trying to blame your team, sir.
No, they always know to bring somebody on or do a commercial or whatever. And somebody in the middle over here is notorious for pushing the same thing at the same time.
Gotcha.
Well, anyways, we'll go back to yeah. Yeah, ask Marcus. Ask Marcus what happens. Oh, Fedora. What's up, brother? This is actually Scott Morton. He is the one of the co-founders of Warren Area Society of Paranormal. He also goes by the title Mr. Fedora, and that's him.
I've seen him on his shows before.
I love him. He's actually the reason why this show even exists, to be honest with you. But anyway, speaking of shows, let's start with the Petri dish. Where did that come from? Where did the idea come from? What's it about? And let's talk. Let's hear some of your favorite moments.
Well, all of them are my favorite moment. I mean, I pretty much have
Good answer.
all the shows are favorite moments. It came up. I just started. It was let's see. I just started podcasting, and I did 3 shows, and that was with Paranormal Swamp Talk. And the first time, I mean, for me, I was just doing it. I'd have maybe a handful of viewers that was actually watching it, and I guess that's Steven. I started with 3 shows, and I had a handful of viewers, and then I got contacted by Stephen Woodard. He was the owner of Pun TV, Paranormal United Network. And he asked me if I would be interested in joining, put my podcast on his network. I said, I mean, that was like the biggest honor I've ever had. Somebody coming to me and asking me about my podcast. And I only did 3 shows. So I started with him with that. And then we were just sitting down. We'd done about maybe a dozen shows and on Paranormal Swamp Talk. And I was just myself, Steven, and a lady by the name of Emily Manhouse, who was all sitting on the phone, just chatting, video chatting. And they wanted me to come up with another show because I was, they liked what I was bringing to the table. I said, okay. And actually they came up with the idea, the Petri dish, which would be a pun in itself because we're Pun Network time. It could be my last name Petri and dish out whatever's out there, or you can grow bacteria on me. It's all good. So I had some hosts that I wanted in mind, and I got these hosts. They agreed to come on, but I wasn't getting any help with doing this. I was new to the game and didn't really know what to actually start a show. So with the Petri dish, nobody wanted to help me. So I just went ahead and I said, well, since nobody wants to help me, I'm just going to keep everything a secret. And so nobody knew anything. Nobody contacted me. My other host didn't contact me to find out what the show was going to be even about or anything. So what I did is I used an old 50s, 60s logo, please stand by, technical difficulties, please stand by. So I used that, please stand by. So nobody knew anything that what the show was about all the way up to when we first hit the live button. And I hit the live button and everybody's like, what's the show about? What's the show about? Well, the thing was with the show, I wanted it to be, you had to tune in and see what it was going to be about. Are we going to have a guest? What was the topic going to be about? You had to watch in order to find out if you were going to like the show or not. That was to capture the viewership. But I wanted the show to be something unique, something special. So I came up with the idea that I wanted it to be something like if Maury Povich, Jerry Springer, and the Paranormal Field had a threesome and had a baby. Okay. So that was the show.
That's awesome.
Where was that Howard Stern of the paranormal? I think that fits.
That really
That's
does
the
fit the
unholy
theme here.
trinity.
Yeah,
That's
that-
where Howard Stern fits in.
and then with that, I mean, it was like, okay, that would do that. And I didn't have a topic because nobody was helping me with a topic. So and I was telling y'all that before the show. The very, very first thing that I did was I thought of the first thing that came across my mind, and I have a sick, twisted mind, where it was, we're going to do a show about venereal diseases. And it's like, well, that's not paranormal. That's the first thing I heard. I said, yeah, we're going to talk about
Yeah, but
ghost crabs. Do you feel them after they're gone?
Any trinity
That
of
was the first.
itching. I don't know that.
The Trinity was the Trinity makes the petri dish almost look like a virgin.
For sure.
It's on later at night. We didn't want to put it on too early for kids can be. It starts at 9:30 Central Time, and I didn't want it to where children can watch it, but they probably could if they wanted to. Their kids got phones and computers and do what they want to do anyway. So, but we rolled with it, and I mean that the content on that is crazy,
Listen.
crazy.
Listen, you got to tell the story of how that show was even born, because it started from a conversation on Petri dish. That's where you came up with that idea, Howard.
Well, go ahead. You
I was
tell
gonna
it.
say I want to hear this one.
I can put on the spot too, hon.
So Howard
I
had,
can drink my. We
Howard
don't
had,
bow to corporate sponsors, by the way, either. So,
Howard had Ricky Helliard on his show, The Petri Dish, and he was interviewing Ricky. Well, Ricky lives in Indiana, close to me. Ricky and I have investigated together many, many times. Well, so they're talking about corn. Well, so then it kind of spun from there. That Indiana has a lot of corn and the uses for the corn, and it got very graphic and very naughty very quickly. In fact, I think the show went over by about 2 hours that night, and he ended up not even interviewing Ricky. It was all about the corn and the sexual connotation and the things you could do with the corn, and I mean, it just blossomed from there. So
That sounds like some of our backstage conversations.
I
Doesn't
mean,
it?
and then Howard contacts me. He's like, Chrissy, so I'm thinking about doing a show. And I'm like, okay. He was like, well, we're going to base it on the corn. So when we first did Unholy Trinity, our heads were on ears of corn, because that's how the show was born out of. But that show is dirty, naughty, nasty. I can't believe we ain't got in trouble for some of the shenanigans that we do live, but we don't.
99 uses of corn.
Yeah, and then some.
you would be surprised how many ears of corn you can stuff up an anus. I'm just saying.
Is that where that term cornholio came from?
Yeah, probably. Probably. The Paranormal Porn Channel, basically, it's soft porn, because they like making fun of me and talking about my intimate life with my significant other over there. They think it's funny when he gets up out of the bed and he ain't got no shirt on and comes walking by.
With a full erection. I mean, that's ridiculous.
One time he was naked. He was naked in the bed. And I was afraid he was going to wake up and get up and just be on camera. So I kept going like this every time he'd move. And how I want everybody to see that.
I'll be honest, David. I read that a little too fast. I thought instead of porn, it said corn. Paranormal Corn Channel. I was like, wait a minute.
Oh, Lord.
Oh, boy.
Oh,
So-
goodness.
And just to clarify for everybody, that's the Unholy Trinity that
Yes.
all this is on. Yeah.
Yes.
So the last one I want to talk about, well, I mean, we'll probably talk about more, but Paranormal Swamp Talk. Where did that originate? What's that about? All that good stuff.
Oh, that was originated with me and my co-owner. It's Gabe Herrera. We had our own paranormal group. We started our own paranormal investigations team down here, and we just, since I was already doing a channel, was not a channel but a podcast. We got to talking about starting our own podcast and everything, and we sat down, we talked about it, shot out ideas at each other, and we wanted that show. That's how we came up with the name Paranormal Swamp Talk. Lots of things happen in the swamp. There's a lot of cryptids in there. There's a lot of ghost stories that come out of the swamp. So we just wanted something that was based basically on Louisiana or swamp regional areas. Like you have swamps in Texas, Alabama, Mississippi, Florida, up all the way up to, East Coast. There's swamp lands. So we wanted to basically do something about that and talk to people who do investigations in there. The Rougarou, Honey Island Swamp Monster. Matter of fact, we've had people on the show that here locally. I mean, that's just come on here. Voodoo priests and priestesses, vampires, anything that had to relate it with New Orleans. And that show was a very serious show. We kept it just like a traditional podcast, a paranormal podcast. And we just wanted to branch it out a little bit more. We was just like with the other shows, they were getting more views, they were getting more people watching them. It ain't about the views either. Don't get me wrong about that. I just want to get the word out there about different people. When I bring a guest on, I wanted them to shine. I'm here to help them out. I'm not here to help myself. And the more people that watch, the more people watch you. That's the way I look at it. So that's what I'm trying to do. I'm striving for that, not for me. If people tell me, oh yeah, you're famous and all that stuff, I don't see where I'm famous. I don't want to be famous. I don't need to be famous. I mean, so I just leave it to the guest. Everything is for the guest. And that's why my shows, any of the shows, especially Swamp Talk, we do not ambush. We do not talk negative about our guests. I'd rather take a hit than my guests would. So,
and Howard, I have to agree with you, and I know my co-host will too. That's why we do what we do. We've said it in the P3 program. We've said it to people on Parapost Network Central and a bunch of other places. It's not about the numbers. I could care less about my numbers. I could care less. What I care about is our guests, getting the word out there. And, individuals like you and Chrissy, when you guys as podcast hosts come on, I want to help you guys out for a change. I know you guys help a lot of others. And just like with Brian Laverty, I don't know if you guys have ever heard of Parapost or Parapost Network. Definitely go check them out, and because that's what he's about, especially on Parapost Network Central. He started... it's kind of like what you guys have going on over here, but he's doing kind of the same thing under the Parapost name. And it's basically another platform for more people to stream to get out there and do exactly what we're doing in the paranormal field, which is promote Paraunity. And anybody who says Paraunity is dead, come talk to me. But
that's what attracted me. I mean, I was sitting down there, and I've watched your shows before, but I came across and you was on a Saturday during the afternoon, and you was just unleashing it. I'm like, get you some.
Yeah. By the way, guys, he's talking about my little rant that one Saturday where I just.
Oh, I remember.
I remember that one.
I was loving it. I said, me and this man's got a strong connection. I mean, he thinks the same way I do about the whole Paraunity thing. I mean, it's gotten to the point where they've got a lot of egos out there. It's a lot of backstabbing. It's a lot of and we do this. I do it for free. I mean, I don't charge people. I don't charge people for investigation.
There's no need for the backstabbing.
And I don't charge people. I'm matter of fact, I'll tell people, if you get into the paranormal field, this is the most expensive hobby you ever going to be involved with, because it costs you money on top of money on top of money. And for people to actually do this type of things to one another is very ignorant, very immature, especially when you're doing it for nothing. We should be all helping each other, not hurting each other.
Fedora, I'm going to come up there, and there better be cupcakes. But yeah, but no. In all honesty, you know, that's one thing I really liked about your guys' show. I think it was the Petri Dish was the first one I watched, and just the connection and the fun, and I mean, it was like watching us backstage, but still, it was still a lot of fun.
A lot of the shows are about paranormal investigators. I want that to also be known that it's paranormal investigators that do my shows. But whoever comes in and watches the show, I want them to know, hey, we're human too. Oh, yeah. We just don't talk about paranormal like it's, you know, it's always on the brain. We live outside lives, and this is what we do. Some of us actually have fun, you know. We just it's not always serious. It's always not about investigating. It's always something to have fun about. You know, these are a bunch of group of people who like to sit around, joke, and it's just like after an investigation, guys. I mean, how many of y'all after investigations you're going to talk a little bit about what you saw, but you're going to unwind. You're going to just step back from it and just ground yourself and just talk about something completely besides what's happening. So that's what we do.
That's why I keep saying you got to be authentically you, and that's what makes your channels and anything that you do, because you want to be totally something different than the last group that you watched, because if we all did the same thing, it would be quite boring, honestly. So it's good to have that extra new, I don't want to botch this, but new product or whatever that you bring into your podcast.
Well, and it's like I've told people, especially these two, when you're starting your show, be yourself. I don't script any of my stuff. I don't care. I think there was only one show I've ever scripted, and that was Women Investigate 2 with our boy Brian John Laverty. And that was the only one I scripted, and it felt so weird to me. Like,
but sometimes have it scripted or bullet points.
Really?
It's dry. It's dry. I've been on a show that was scripted, and we were basically reading information, and it's too dry.
Yeah.
For me. I'm not saying that some people can't make it interesting. I mean, I guess maybe I could, but
you need more lotion.
I'm just listen.
I'm just gonna let her.
I just think that scripted podcasts can be boring at times for me. Yes. But no judgment on somebody who does that, because I mean, their own.
Bullet notes are fine. Bullet notes are absolutely fine. But for, like I tell everybody, for me personally, and Chrissy, I think you're the same way. Howard, I know you're probably the same way. Have a good one, Fedora.
Good night.
Much love,
Bye,
brother.
Fedora.
But with me, you want the genuine reaction. You want the natural feeling whenever you're actually interviewing somebody, when you're talking. You know, it's already awkward enough for a lot of people to be in front of a camera. And then you just start adding more people in the audience. And a lot of people get scared with that. It's like, you know what? Just have fun. Relax. Enjoy yourself. And as far as the numbers, they'll come. You'll just find those like-minded individuals. And then that'll start building from there. But I know you guys have to get going. And there's one question I always like to ask. And it is the most important question of the show. Would you guys be willing to come back for a part 2?
Absolutely.
Of course.
I will make sure to have a bunch of warning labels beforehand, but no.
I'm sorry, Matt.
There's only 2 of us on right now, but there's actually 3 of us that does the Paranormal Swamp Talk now, and that's with Scott Wilson. He wasn't. I haven't sent him a link. I didn't want to ask him because he works a weird shift at his job. He's up early in the morning, so he's not, he needs to get to bed right away, but he comes on and he does the show with us, and I love Scotty to death. He's like, he is family. and I don't want to ever lose him and get him upset or anything. So maybe we can get Scotty on with us.
Absolutely.
He's all of 5 foot, maybe 5'1".
5'1", weighs 106 pounds.
And he's like a chihuahua. I mean, he is.
He's a ball of energy, let me tell you. He will put a 2-1 and dance on a stripper pole. He don't care.
I heard a stripper pole. Wait, what?
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, it makes me laugh at him. He's got we say he's my brother is Tim Kohler, and me and Tim, we are family too. And what he'll do, they live up there where Chrissy lives in Indiana, and every time Tim's about 6'3", 6'4", he's a big man, and then you got this little man that I say little man, but you got Scotty who's 5'1", and every time he sees Tim, he clutches onto his leg like a chihuahua humping, and he'll just sit down there and he'll just keep going at
There's video.
It's not the first time. It's many times. Every time.
By all means, if there's video evidence, you want to send it this way, we'll bring it on next time.
I'll get it from his wife because she's one of my new friends.
Well, guys, thank you so much for joining us. And just want to recap again. They're having a Fear Fest. You want to go ahead, Howard, give us one more update on this?
Yeah, I'm starting to do that now. We're going to try to get somewhere at a hotel or a convention. The convention center is going to be a little bit too big, but we're going to have. We're working on special guest speakers. We're going to have booths and all set up, and we're working on a haunted location or possibly haunted locations for people to buy tickets to go and be on a paranormal investigation with actual true paranormal hunters, investigators. So.
Mm-hmm. That sounds like actually a lot of fun. And like I said, Howard, backstage, if you need some help, you want whatever, any resources we have, we would be more than happy to help out.
Dude, you better come. I'm just saying.
Well, that depends on dates because obviously, as most of you guys know, Global Ghost Hunt has started. The first event is May of next year. If you guys don't know what Global Ghost Hunt is, go to globalghosthunt.com. Check it out. If you're interested in signing up or even helping out as a volunteer, you want to investigate, you have a location in mind, sign up as soon as possible. Spots are limited. It's going to take us a little bit to get the ball rolling. So bear with us as we start growing on this. But again, go check it out. globalghosthunt.com. Sign up ASAP. You do not want to miss it. But Howard, Chrissy, again, thank you so much. Much love to you guys for taking time out of your busy schedule.
Thank you.
Anytime. Don't go anywhere. Hang out backstage. We'll see you guys in just a moment, but we'll bring you back definitely for a part 2 sometime very soon.
Awesome.
Devil horns.
There it is. Well, that
was this hail me.
There you go. Squeakers Lurker.
Yes.
Awesome show. I could see us sitting here for like 3 hours with these two.
I can too.
Likewise.
So, all right. So, Squeaks, who do we have for Friday night?
We have Tanner.
Tanner from Ghost Hunter Advice. I am super excited. You're welcome. I knew who it was. You're my schedule.
I didn't want to botch it again.
You're the schedule.
Dorky moments last week, so I apologize.
You're all good, Squeak. So, guys, don't forget to check us out Friday night, 9 p.m. Eastern time for none other than Tanner. I am super excited to chat with him. He does his podcast a little differently, recorded. So we're going to see how he does live with the Paracrew. Squeakers, Lurker, thank you guys so much for joining us tonight. I love you guys to death. You guys are amazing. And if you haven't, go check out Creepy Cryptids. And also, WTF is that? Especially last night's episode, because Lurker had a premiere of a new commercial. And also Mackenzie's birthday, but the commercial. Whoever made that has some issues. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. See you guys Friday night, 9 p.m. Eastern time for the Paracrew Podcast with none other than Tanner. So there's only one thing left for us to say. You guys have yourselves a great rest of your night. Have fun. Stay safe. And as always,
happy hauntings.
I said it first.
What?